When I work with my fellow neurodivergents as students that I work with at the high school that I'm a counselor at, especially those that are in extremely rigorous programs, very hard, difficult classes, my sweet little cherubs, they know who they are, I often have to go against what life tells them. Because everybody always says, you got to look at the big picture. Look at the big picture. If you are neurodivergent, don't look at the big picture. It's just going to freak you out. If I looked at the big picture right now, which I'm struggling with because I keep running through all the things I need to do in my head, but when I start to focus on the big picture, it sets me off into such bad ADHD paralysis. What I teach those students and what I'm working on myself is to chunk things out. Baby steps are your best friend when you have ADHD, autism, that neurodivergent brain. Because if we look at the big picture, that's not good for us. But if we can just look at little pieces, those manageable chunks, it makes it less overwhelming. All you gotta do is trick your brain. I don't make full to-do lists on paper. I put them on Post-it notes. So I can fit maybe 3-4 things on a Post-it. Then I can put a couple other on the next Post-it. But it stays hidden and it tricks my brain and I don't feel so overwhelmed. So that is just a piece of being neurodivergent, is you get so super overwhelmed if you look at all the things you have to do, if you look at the big picture. So stop it. Look at little manageable pieces. What is the big picture doing for you? If it sets you off like it sets me off and all of a sudden you just want to curl up in a ball and not even function, don't do that. And that's something that I work with my students a lot, is how do we break things down? How do we break down the work we have to do? How do we make things more manageable so it doesn't freak us out so much? So just things to think about, coping skills to work on, that if you are struggling with the big picture and being extremely overwhelmed, first of all, if you are overwhelmed, you're not alone. There's a lot of us that are kind of hanging out on the edge right now, just working through our coping skills every single day to survive. But just keep working them, because it does, a lot of days it gets better, a lot of days it gets easier. So don't give up, even if it's not working today. And just keep working, keep healing, and, keep making your life better, because that's what you deserve.